Going live. I'm right now going live on YouTube. So welcome to the live. I appreciate you being here. Today I'm going to be doing like an anti-aging Q&A here on YouTube as well as TikTok. I'm also live on TikTok right now. And I wanted to make black bean brownies just to like start off the live show. Yeah, I am not doing it here on YouTube. I'm doing it on my laptop. So if you can't hear me or if the quality's not great, just let me know and I'll sort of switch it around. But if you're on TikTok, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I have everything set up to make a healthy dessert. I was kind of craving black bean brownies just because I usually make brownies or like bake desserts with almond flour, but I'm trying to reduce my omega-6s. I'm trying to reduce like the inflammation in my diet. And right now I have a lot of like anti-inflammatory things that I'm doing in my diet. I'm incorporating a lot of anti-inflammatory things for not only my skin health, but my eye health, my hair health, just like overall body health, immune function, and anti-aging and longevity. So that's what I'm doing today. And yeah, I think I'm just going to go ahead and get started. I have the base of the brownies, my black beans. I'm actually like live streaming on 2 different platforms right now, like TikTok and YouTube. Oh, hey, I love your videos. How long have you been practicing anti-aging? Is anyone in the YouTube chat? If you are, could you maybe say hi in the chat just so I know that the chat's working? How long have I been practicing anti-aging? Oh my gosh. You know, I started really, oh, hey, Helene, thank you so much. I started really practicing anti-aging when I was 13, but I didn't start really aggressively until I was about, gosh, you know, 16, I really started integrating anti-aging practices, but really 19, I really was more aggressive on my anti-aging practices. And that's when I was more aggressive with my diet. Like I went paleo and started doing some exercises like interval cardio to increase my growth hormone and to optimize my blood sugar and things like that. And then, you know, I cut out all sugar, I cut out all grains. I've never drank like alcohol. So that's just something that I've never done. And I made that decision like when I was 13. What to expect when starting at 25? Oh, you just made brownies the other night? Who said that? Blueberry? Oh, hey, Blueberry. Yeah, so I'm making black bean brownies. I have my black beans right here. And I'm just doing this because usually I do it with almond flour, but it's super high in those pro-inflammatory omega-6s, which also I think oxidize at high temperatures. So I really want to do a lot more anti-inflammatory, really like reducing my nuts and seed consumptions. I already eat a pretty much anti-inflammatory diet, but it wasn't until recently that I got my omega-3s checked. And I was like, wow, I need to start supplementing with omega-3s and reducing my omega-6s. You know what I mean? Can you say happy birthday to my friend Dixon Mayes? Hey, happy birthday, Dixon Mayes. Your birthday's tomorrow. Awesome. So let's see, someone else asked a question. Have you had the 647 bread? I have not. Oh my gosh, I thought, wow, omega-3s are anti-inflammatory, but there's also there's an omega-6 that's anti-inflammatory too. I think it's gamma linoleic acid. Okay, so I'm gonna start by making these brownies. Let me preheat the oven real quick at 325, hold on. 325. All right, I've got the oven heated. Yes, thank you. Chrissy, look at Chrissy's comment. She is correct. Hey, ALB 1172, new subscriber. How are you doing? Anti-aging final boss. Thank you, Nate. Yes, it's 35. Can you believe that? Happy birthday, Dixon. Happy birthday. Okay, so I have my, how many times a year do you eat something unhealthy, said Martine. I don't know. I don't count, to be honest. I don't really count. Just whenever Dixon Mayes, hello, happy birthday. Oh, thank you, Remy. I appreciate that. ALB, good to see you here. I'm seeing your comments all over the place and I love it. So I'm gonna start with my black beans. I have about 1.5 cups cooked of fresh black beans, organic black beans. And what else do I need for this recipe? I think I need 2 eggs. So let me got my 2 cage-free pasture-raised eggs. I'm sorry if I'm missing your comments, everybody, but just comment again and I'll get to you. So Nate asked if I use Botox. I don't use Botox. Let me do the 2 eggs. I don't use Botox. I don't use Dysport. I don't use any type of botulinum toxin. If you guys are wondering why I'm looking to the left and to the right, it's because I'm currently live streaming on 2 different platforms. So I'm live streaming on TikTok, obviously, as well as YouTube. So if you're on YouTube and you want to see the vertical live stream, you can go to my TikTok. But if you're on TikTok and you want to see the horizontal version for your television, go to YouTube. So I do a lot of stuff on YouTube. Do I do strength training? A little bit. Thank you. Excited to learn more from you. Thank you so much, ALB. ALB, how did you hear about me? How did you hear about my videos? Okay, what else do I need for this recipe? Oh, you know what I need? Coconut oil. Who uses coconut oil? When using, okay, Justin asked, when using SPF moisturizer, how critical it is to stay away from toxic ingredients like octocrylene. So for me, I don't tend to use octocrylene-based sunscreens. Octocrylene, I think, is UVB, right? I don't use that because it gets into my eyes. I swear, whenever I use American sunscreens, it gets into my eyes and I am crying for like 6 hours, and not until I can like detox, and even washing my eyes out doesn't help. I remember being in the airport, and I think I was in the Atlanta airport. If you know how crazy busy that is, I got sunscreen in my eyes. It was like, gosh, I don't even know what the brand was, but it had octocrylene in it, and I was like crying. The person asked me if, like at the TSA thing, if I was okay, because I was like tears down my eyes. My eyes were so red. I am baking. I'm baking black bean brownies. You have to get up and get dressed. And I was like around all these people, and people were like, because I was like, it was bad. It was miserable. You're looking at tretinoin and rosacea related videos, and I came up. Oh, cool. And then you clicked on the other video I had to subscribe. Oh, thank you so much. I hope you're liking the anti-aging content. Thank you so much for watching. But, you know, I don't drink alcohol. That was I mentioned this earlier in the stream. That was a very intentional decision I made when I was like 12, 13. It might have even been younger than that, because I was aware of alcohol for a long time. But I made the decision not to, and I never did. So I stuck to my decision. I have a pretty strong will, I would say. And also, you know, I don't know. It's just not great for the body. It's not great for anti-aging. I scan all these moisturizers and retinols, swear they're all toxic. Am I overthinking? Justin, yeah, I think there are some chemical filters where I'm just like, I don't know if I want to put that on my skin, because, you know, there's some like small studies suggesting that it can get into your bloodstream. But that being said, I still use chemical sunscreens. Oh, hey, Claire. I'm also planning to do some baking as well. What are you baking, Claire? That's cool. Yeah, I'm doing black bean brownies. I love your videos. Thank you so much, La. Thank you so much, Noel Liam 8. Thank you, Sarah. How often do you apply sunscreen? So somebody asked, when did I start wearing sunscreen? I'm gonna microwave this coconut oil real quick. I don't tend to microwave, but I got to do it because it's like the quickest method I have right here. Are you streaming on Twitch? No, I'm streaming also on YouTube. I know there's a better, like more efficient way of doing this. Oh, you're going to make a red velvet cake with beetroot? Oh my gosh, that sounds delicious. That sounds really good. This also calls for 2 tablespoons of freshly brewed coffee, which I love. I think you should definitely add coffee to brownies. It like really, really brings it up a notch. It really brings out the chocolate flavor. Mary Beth, but apply sunscreen every 2 hours without tanning. Yeah, you could do that. Shorts and a tank top, absolutely. For me, if I'm exposing like a large part of my body, I'm definitely still wearing a hat because I want to shade the skin on my face. You know what I mean? All right, so I have the coconut oil, which is melted. I'll add that to the beans. Okay. I also, to sweeten up the brownies, I am doing allulose. Love allulose. It's 0 calories and doesn't raise blood sugar. But it might raise insulin. I mean, any sweet taste is going to raise insulin. I'm doing like a blend with the coconut palm sugar, which isn't like super healthy in my opinion because it still raises blood sugar. Blood glucose. That sounds like such a cool cake. You should make a book on all your anti-aging recipes. Yeah. So Mary Beth, I actually, did I put eggshell in the blender? I actually have a website that I'm slowly updating, and that's kind of like my book. And one day I'll try and compile everything. But my website is called brandonmayhealth.com, all one word, brandonmayhealth.com. I'll type it in the chat, brandonmayhealth.com. If anybody wants to check that out, you can sign up for my newsletter too if you want. Once there is sun. So somebody said you can't reverse sunscreen. Oh, I mean, you can't reverse sun damage. You actually can to a certain extent. You actually can to a certain extent. Thank you so much, Lifted Notes. So there's a theory, and there's some studies on this showing that if you start wearing sunscreen every day, oh, that's what somebody asked me when I first started wearing sunscreen. I didn't start wearing sunscreen consistently until about 2019. So it's only been about 5 years, to be honest. And yeah, and I think it reversed, some things. I think it really helped me a lot. And there's a theory that when you start wearing sunscreen and you start doing it consistently over like a year, every single day, it gives your skin a break from the constant onslaught of UVA, UVB, visible light, and maybe even pollutants in the environment if you're like using sunscreens that have antioxidants in them, which a lot of them do. And you're giving your skin a break to heal and repair. And if you combine it with other interventions like nutrition, exercise, stress reduction, sleep, that's going to be really helpful. Thoughts on fish oil, seed oil as being bad for you? SS, I do think that, let me put the sugar in real quick. I think that's all. Wait, should I put the sugar? Yeah, I'll do that. What else do I need to do with this? Should I put stevia in here? No, I don't need to. So seed oils, yeah, they're definitely pro-inflammatory, but I do use like coconut oil occasionally for cooking or baking, just because it's like a good solid fat with those monounsaturated or medium chain triglycerides. And olive oil, I think, is really good. Avocado oil is a good oil to cook through. It's anti-inflammatory. It has a good amount of monounsaturated fat. So 2 people have asked me, one on TikTok and one on YouTube, Johnny and ALB, what do I think about Brian Johnson? Health and skincare are not just about anti-aging, said Mary Beth. That's true. Okay, so what do I think about Brian Johnson? That's a good question. I have a video on my YouTube channel that you can check out, and that will give you a good look at what I think about Brian Johnson. It's like a long form video, so check that out. I also have a video on my TikTok about my thoughts. It's about like 2 or 3 minutes long. Somebody asked me about my thoughts on Brian Johnson, and I posted that. So check out my TikTok on that as well. But all in all, I think that he's measuring a lot of things that are, helpful, but I don't really follow his lifestyle that much just because, it's not super relatable. So I'm not going to like be on here showing all these things that I'm doing. There's things that you could do that are powerful, that are potent, that I've been practicing for years, over a decade, a lot longer than Brian Johnson, and at an earlier age. That's not to like brag or anything. It's just that he's even said himself that it's easier to prevent things than it is to fix things. Does eating red meat cause aging? Yes and no. So red meat, meat in and of itself isn't necessarily bad for aging. It is inflammatory, and also depending upon the cooking method you're using, it can increase your accumulation of advanced glycation end products in your skin. So that can start to take a toll on your skin health. So I try to eat as much like plant-based foods as I can, but I still do eat meat, and I eat fish and things like that. Okay, can somebody do the math for me? 6 times 12. That's probably so easy. What? Wait, 32? I don't know. Oh, no. 320. 6. Wait, what did I say? 6 times 12. 72. Thank you. 72. Yes. So I need 72 grams of this cacao powder, unsweetened cacao powder, 72 grams. All right, I'm gonna measure that out. What's the best cooking method for chicken or turkey? I don't know. That's actually a good question. So thank you so much for doing the math for me, everybody. It's hard for me to think because I have like 2 streams going on at the same time. I usually can be like quick. 72. I totally agree. Brian Johnson's not that relatable, just an interesting take on things. I think he's interesting. He's definitely fascinating to watch. Like I'm subscribed to his channel. Am I adding too much cocoa powder? Oh my gosh. I just bought this too. I'm gonna be like wasting, I mean, not wasting it, but using it all on these black bean brownies. 72. Come on, baby. If I'm missing your comment, just text me or comment me again. Okay, 72 grams, 73 grams. All right. Round Lab Birch Juice Moisturizing Sunscreen. I really like that sunscreen. It's very hydrating. It leaves like a little cast, I would say. 72 grams is a lot, isn't it? Yeah, but it calls for, that is a lot. Oh my gosh. It calls for 3/4 of a cup of cocoa powder, and a tablespoon is 6 grams. And there's 12 tablespoons in 3/4 of a cup. So 6 times 12. Did I do that correctly? 72 grams. Oh, you're having a bad day? I'm sorry. 35. Is your tongue super green? I think it's just the lighting. Oh man, did you guys take a screenshot? I feel like I fall for that every single time someone asks about my tongue. What are your thoughts on liver? Funny that you should ask. Today, when I went to the farmer's market, I bought beef liver. I don't know what to do with it, but it's super high in retinol and like readily utilized vitamin A that your body can use for UV protection for your skin. I'm going to try and incorporate it into like, I don't know, other meat, like ground venison or something like that. But I've never used a beef liver. Does anyone have a good recipe or have a good way of using it? It's supposed to be a really powerful anti-aging food. And this is from a local farm, so it's even better. And I think it's also pasture raised. It's like from pasture raised meat. They use the whole animal, which I think is more respectful. Are spray sunscreens okay? I don't like spray sunscreens for anti-aging or skin cancer prevention, just because I see people use these sunscreens and they're not using them correctly. Like I see everyone using these spray sunscreens and they continue to be like, I use sunscreen, but I still got burnt. And it's like, yes, but when you're spraying a sunscreen, it's like an aerosol. So you have all these droplets like settling on your skin. And between those droplets, you have holes. And so you have like unprotected like parts of your skin exposed. Did I add everything? I think I did. I have to make sure. I have to check the recipe. And so, and also when you're spraying a sunscreen, half of it, if not more, gets like sprayed off into the environment and like goes off into the air, never to be heard from again. And so you're not getting like the 2 milligrams per centimeter square that you need to reach that SPF on the label. Beef liver pate, that actually, do you think that's good? Oh, you stir fry your liver with veggies? Oh man, I should try that. What changes will you make to your diet to make it more anti-inflammatory? I'm actually filming a vlog right now where I'm trying to reach 2,500 calories on an anti-inflammatory diet. It isn't easy. I'm only at like 1,200 calories and I've already had like breakfast, lunch. I'm gonna need to have like a snack or something. So I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. But basically what I'm doing is I'm reducing my consumption of nuts and seeds, almonds, walnuts, even pecans. These have healthy monounsaturated fats, but they're just not, they're so high in omega-6s. And for me, I really need to reduce my omega-6s because of my my dry eyes and up my omega-3s, because part of dry eyes is like an inflammatory environment in like the eyes themselves. And so I'm upping my omega-3s. I'm upping my anti-inflammatory omega-6s like GLA, but I'm reducing my consumption of nuts and seeds. And that's why I'm making my black bean brownies, because this is going to be a lot lower in omega-6s. And I've already like measured out all of the nutrients in this recipe using chronometer, so I know like how much omega-6s and stuff like that are in there. I'm also going to be adding more like beef liver, which contains high amounts of vitamin A. I really need to up my vitamin A content. That's also anti-inflammatory. Yeah, and just incorporating more spices into my lifestyle. I think I'm supplementing with curcumin. So yeah. Evan, 35. So everybody, the age is 35, if you want to know. Sub vibes, there's no way you're 35. There's no way. Should I actually tell you how old I am? I did this yesterday. I sort of like scared people a little bit. Do you know about the supplement Digest Gold? I've never heard of that. I'm scrolling back through the comments, make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, raw with eggplant. Liver is yummy. I've never had liver. Okay, so he's monitoring everything. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Whatever you're doing, it's working. Oh, thank you so much. This seems a little obsessive. I don't think so, but to each their own. I ordered a lot of liver from the farmer's market. Is it okay to freeze it? Yeah, definitely. Mine was frozen. Oh, thank you so much, SS. Oh gosh, I appreciate that. That's a nice comment. We all live longer. Okay, someone says, we all live longer. With increasing population, how are we supposed to meet demands? More fertilizers, GMO for produce. I think the philosophy of living longer would need ... For me personally, I don't really focus on like necessarily longevity necessarily, but I think that it can be important. So let me make sure I have everything in. Should I add chocolate chips or something to this recipe? I need to blend it first. Okay, that's what I'm going to do first. Is niacinamide zinc serum worth it? I think it can reduce redness in your skin, but for me, niacinamide actually causes redness. I think I'm just sort of a unique case in that regard because I have super sensitive skin. I don't like to use a niacinamide serum because it's just too concentrated for my skin type. Man, my hair looks so good. Okay. I always like whenever I see something that I don't like about myself, I try to say the opposite just to be weird and funny and to be like positive, even if I'm faking it. Because I don't need any negativity. That's not good for you. Chocolate chips. Do you eat chicken? I do eat chicken occasionally. Yeah. Azelaic acid help with redness for you. I have azelaic acid. Thank you so much, Crystal. I appreciate that. Okay. I'm going to blend. So in order to do that, I'm going to need to put everything on mute, okay? How old are you? Can you guys fill Yui in, please? Hey, how's it going? What are you in? What area are you in? Michigan. How long have you been on this journey? Since I was about 13. Hey, Dr. Derp, how's it going? Yeah, I do eat chicken, and I actually got some chicken. Your hair is dope. You should do a video on how you style it, said Brando. Oh, you're in Michigan too. Cool. I'm doing good, Dr. Derp. I'm baking black bean brownies right now. All right, so I'm gonna put myself on mute while I blend this. You guys can watch, but it should take like maybe 30 seconds, and then I need to add it to my pan. Do I need to put parchment paper in this? I feel like it's kind of hard to put it in one of these. Never thought a millennial would say this. Would say what? Should I put parchment paper in this? Oh, thank you. You like the fridge? Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I can show you the kitchen if you want. I have we have like new furniture that we got recently and it looks so much better. Yeah, the butter in it and then the paper. So I have coconut cooking spray and this is just pure coconut oil. There's no like propellants in this or whatever. If you sit the corners, fit it in the, okay. Kitchen tour, okay. I will do a kitchen tour, but right now it's kind of messy, you guys. It's not that big either. So I'm gonna spray this real quick. Okay, I think I got olive oil everywhere, all over my counters. I don't think I need spray. I mean, I don't think I need parchment paper. Are you 25 or older? If so, the anti-aging is working. Insane, Dwayne. Yeah, I'm 35, so 10 years older than that. I thought coconut oil is bad for your heart. Is it because, oh yes, you made it to a live. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you're here on the live. Insane, Dwayne. Yeah, I am. Can you believe that? See, the thing about parchment paper is, I guess that's not bad, right? It's just not going to be like perfect. It's just not going to look perfect. Like whenever the brownies come out, is that okay? Is that fine? You are not 35. Am I lying? Am I telling the truth? I don't know. You never know. I mean, there's no reason why I would lie. Actually, I think there is a reason why somebody would lie, and that would be like to boost their following, I guess, on social media. But I'm not a liar. I don't lie. I do not lie. How long have you been using sunscreen? Since like 2019. Okay, I'm gonna blend this because I'm like getting way. Okay, 325. I'm gonna spray this again just so I can like get this out. 1 second. All right, so coconut oil is high in saturated fats, but it's high in medium chain triglycerides within those saturated fats, which actually have been shown to be good for your cardiovascular system and your brain health, as well as your metabolism. However, saturated fat does increase your cholesterol levels, but in my opinion, cholesterol isn't the issue. I'm not a doctor, so don't take me as health advice. Don't take what I'm saying as health advice because I'm not a doctor. I'm not giving health advice. But it's a blend of different things. It's like your homocysteine, your blood sugar, your triglycerides, your triglyceride to HDL ratio, your oxidized cholesterol, your oxidized LDL, your LPPLA2. There's all these markers that play a role. So it's not just cholesterol, in my opinion. That's just what I think. Mary Beth says, I trust only you and Dr. Dre. Thank you so much. I would love to be a doctor, but I don't have time for that. Have you ever tried to buy alcohol and they didn't believe you? No, I've never tried to buy alcohol because I don't drink. Do I fast? A little bit. I'm going to make a video on fasting, okay? Can an older person ask him a question only and an older person would know the answer to? Yeah, so I guess, yeah, somebody from the 90s, somebody who was born in the 80s, like the late 80s, early 90s, ask me a question about like Nickelodeon or the Disney Channel or something. Do you want to say hi? This is Jacob, everybody, just so you know.
Hi. I have to go garden.
He's going to go garden.
I almost spit my gum out on camera. I caught myself.
I'm about to mute it because I need to blend this brownie mix.
All right.
All right. All right, bye. See you later. Claire says, hi, Jacob.
Hi, Claire.
Yes, Gavin, it is. So that is Jacob. He's my partner. I tried to do skincare, but literally everything breaks you out, Rach. I'm sorry. Brandon, you're so relaxing to me. I love your voice. Thank you, Jamie. Jamie, I do have a ASMR channel, which I'm like playing with. It's called B-May ASMR. I am making black bean brownies. So I'm going to go ahead and blend this. I'm going to put myself on mute and then I have to figure out how I put myself on mute. Okay, YouTube, you could be a nutritionist. That's what I went to school for. I went to school and I majored in nutrition and dietetics. I almost became a dietitian, but I was like, nah, that's okay. So now I just make YouTube videos and TikToks. And I also like have my own business too. I almost refuse to believe your age, said Nick. All right, I'm gonna be right back, okay? All right. I hope I didn't break anything because it's like steaming, but it looks really good. It's a little grainy. It's a little beany, but that actually tastes really good. I'm okay with like a little like whole beans in my. I just didn't want to like bake it more because I felt like it was going to like overheat or I was going to break something. It tastes really good though. Oh my gosh, that tastes really good. Wow. What do I do for exercise? I do a lot of walking. I do yoga. I do Pilates on the Pilates reformer. I lift some weights. I'm trying to like get into that more so. You know what I think I should have done with this? I probably should have put this in a, oh my gosh, food processor. Do I have chocolate on my lips? Did I miss any comments? What is the recipe for it? I'm doing black bean brownies and I just found it on the internet. Any tips for reversing skin aging? I used to vape and tan all the time. And you really regret it? I'm sorry. Hold on one second. Yeah, start wearing sunscreen every single day. That can reverse some signs of photo aging. If you can tolerate it, you could do tretinoin, retinol. I am taking a break from retinol. I recently published a video on my YouTube channel talking about how I quit tretinoin. I'm really just taking a break from it. So it's just because of my dry eyes. I'm trying to like do everything I can to optimize the health of my meibomian glands and things like that. So, wow, this actually looks like brownie batter. I'm excited. This looks so good. You guys, I'm gonna probably lick this off camera because, wow, it is actually delicious. I'll show you the batter before I put it in. I should add cinnamon. I've added cinnamon to brownies before, but it kind of gives a taste that I don't really care for, to be honest, but I have done that. I know that's like a popular thing to do. Oh, you got dry eyes from retinol too? I'm sorry. Oh man. Yeah, so start wearing sunscreen, start moisturizing every day, cleanse your skin every day, start eating a more anti-inflammatory diet, up your omega-3s if you can. Like if you like fish, eat like sardines, and that's kind of like lower in mercury, so that can really be anti-inflammatory, antioxidant for you. Wow, this actually looks so much better than the last black bean brownies I made. Oh man, and I can't get this out. It's like, ugh, okay. I'll show you the batter. It looks like a legit. There's no flour, there's no sugar, there are no grains whatsoever. There's a lot of fiber and protein. Do you want to see this black bean brownie batter? Chica?
What?
You want to see the black bean brownie batter? I can't say that. Black bean brownie batter. Say that.
That looks good.
Say that 10 times fast. Black bean brownie batter.
You want me to soak this?
Oh, I was gonna lick it.
Oh.
Because it's so delicious. Okay, bye.
I'll leave you in your licking.
Okay.
I need to take.
It tastes really good, Juliet. It tastes so good. Hey, Bull, how's it going?
My giant water.
ALB says hi, Jacob.
Hi, ALB. Is that right? ALB?
Yeah. I feel like I'm not giving you guys the attention you deserve. I'm so sorry. Oh, and I have chocolate over my lips. I did just make black bean brownies. Just wear sunscreen. Plus, some people like the look of wrinkles. Tretinoin is better but stronger. What do you recommend to start anti-aging? Okay, I already answered that. So someone asked my tips on lowering cortisol, because cortisol can be a very aging hormone for the skin and just for the body overall. One thing that you can do is just check your hormone levels. So hopefully your hormone levels get checked by, your doctor, or like on a yearly basis, because when those are out of whack, that can really affect your cortisol. And I know like one thing that you can do, or that I've read about, is, you guys, I'm a mess right now. Oh my gosh, I am a mess. I think there's a supplement called pregnenolone that some doctors, like holistic doctors, put their patients on. I'm not a doctor, so I can't give health advice. But also, in terms of like non-supplement things that you can do to lower cortisol, definitely exercise, but not like hard exercise because that can increase it a little bit, but start increasing your levels of exercise and then you can like, your body starts to adapt a little bit. Do what you can to optimize your sleep levels. Do what you can to optimize your stress levels by doing meditation, by physical exercise, by calling a friend, calling a family member, talking, socializing, getting out in the environment, getting outside, going for a walk, doing things that really help to manage your stress. Okay, where did you get your water? Is that what you're asking? Queen bee, yes. K, yes, that is true. You know what? People ask if I'm 35, and you know, honestly, it's not a number. Like, I don't feel like a number. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I think that's part of the key to anti-aging is like feeling yourself as whatever. And we expect to see somebody at a certain age and for them to look a certain way, when in reality, that's just what we've grown to expect. And I feel like because we expect that, a lot of people fulfill that. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but I think like the mind and the emotions really have a powerful role in how your body manifests itself and how it appears. So I don't see myself as any sort of age, and I never think about it. I mean, I don't know who thinks about their age at all. Okay, I'm definitely making sense. All right, so you know, your body could be the body of a 16-year-old, basically. But even though your calendar age is older, it's like that doesn't make sense. In the terms of like the health metrics is what I'm saying. Like the biological aspects, the hormones, the blood sugar, the cholesterol, things like that. So it's not about you being a certain age and being defined by it. You define yourself as whatever you want, and your body takes form around it. That's what I believe. It's kind of like new agey and spiritual, but I do believe in that. And I don't talk about that often because, you know, there's no like studies on this, and this is just like a belief system that I have. But I do believe that you can be whatever you want to be to a certain extent, and you just have to see yourself. It all matters. What matters most is how you see yourself, and that's what manifest. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Thank you for liking the live. If you haven't liked the video, please like the video. I don't have kids. No, I don't have kids. Are you making healthy brownies? Yes, I'm making black bean brownies, and the recipe. Oh, that's awesome, ALB. The recipe I'm getting is on glutenfreeonashoestring.com. Glutenfreeonashoestring.com. Black bean brownies. Okay. Does it annoy you with how many people ask me about my age? No, it doesn't annoy me at all. So if you want, like, that's my whole purpose of my channel is anti-aging. So it makes sense. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and put these in the, oh my gosh, I got coconut oil spray all over my laptop. I'm gonna get a new laptop to begin with, but wow. I'm like hunching over trying to wipe this off. Okay, I'm gonna move the camera to the oven so you can check me out there. One second. I need to do a kitchen tour. I know you guys were asking about that. So I was talking in one of my videos about how I stand away from the oven. This is how I do it. Just sort of put it in like that. And then I don't like let the heat blast me, basically. I guess I can sit right here because that heat can definitely age the skin, in my opinion, but also based on the research that I've read. Like I was saying, like bakers' hands, like if they are using and taking things in and out of the oven without oven-proof mittens, it can lead to more aged skin. Oh, let me turn this light off. Oh, that didn't do me any favors. Let me turn this light off real quick. All right, I am sweating. Oh my gosh. I'm sweating. Okay, now I can actually focus. What the heck? My hair? Hold on. I have to be presentable because this is recording and it's going to be up on YouTube forever. So I want to make sure. Good enough. Do you recommend any laser or other treatment for youthful and glowy skin? Yeah, I've done IPL. So IPL is intense pulsed light, and that has been shown to like kind of tighten skin and increase collagen in the skin. I've done it once, but I have done a lot of laser hair removal on my face, and a lot of that is sort of like IPL. It's at different wavelengths, I think, with like different filters, but it may also help to improve collagen synthesis. So I'm hoping that some of all the laser that I did, laser hair removal, provided anti-aging benefits to my skin. I'm actually going to be doing IPL again soon. So thank you for liking the chat. I appreciate it. If you can just double tap that screen, that will help me out a lot. My thoughts on, oh, I just like this. Oh my gosh, I liked my own chat. My thoughts on Korean skincare, amazing. Love Korean skincare. I like their sunscreens. I think I like the European sunscreens, like the Anthelios UV Immune 400. I think that's a lot more powerful in terms of its, because that has like 8 filters. It has 8 chemical filters. Is the lighting okay? Can you see me okay? What do you eat in a day? I'm gonna have a video up soon on my YouTube channel. I have a couple of what I eat in a video or what I eat in a day videos that you can check out. Do you eat pasture raised eggs? I do. Oh, cool. So you'll be 38 this year, but you still feel like 28. That's awesome. Yeah, it's about how you feel. You know what I mean? What? Oh my. I think a bird just flew into the window. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Wow. I think a bird just flew in the window, but I don't see anything. Oh my gosh. Yes. When I lived in an apartment, we had like these big windows that were super clean. And when we were moving, like the last couple of weeks, birds were flying in the windows all the time, and you would look and it was so sad. You would see all these birds on the ground. It was so sad. I hate that. I hate seeing birds. I know things happen, like things happen in nature and things like that, but it's so sad. I'm not married, Michael. No. Do you recommend a full body sunscreen? Yeah, most of the sunscreens that I use are for my face and my neck only. I don't put sunscreen on my body. I mainly, if I go outside, I'm using like UPF 50 clothing, and that's what, yeah, I cover up. That's true. My daily supplement routine, I have a video that I published on my YouTube recently, maybe a couple of weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago. And that is up on my YouTube, and I talk about my supplement routine. And a lot of the supplements I take are on a fairly rotating basis, meaning I don't take them every day, but the supplements I do take every day for anti-aging are omega-3 fatty acids. These are super anti-inflammatory, antioxidant fatty acids. I take a omega-6 fatty acid, which is anti-inflammatory, called GLA. I started taking that recently. I take turmeric. I started taking that recently every day. Gosh, I hope that bird is okay. Will your hair on your forehead not get greasy from your sunscreen? I don't often put sunscreen on my forehead just because whenever I have my hair down like this, I put a hat on every single time I go outside. Every single time I go outside, I put a UPF 50 hat on, and that protects my forehead, so I don't necessarily need sunscreen there. And yeah, my hair would get greasy. So, can you drink chia seed water every day? Absolutely. What was I going to say? Oh, supplements. I also take a supplement that I developed for myself. I formulated it for myself with like different compounds and herbs, and it targets like 12 different intrinsic and extrinsic aspects of aging, according to the research that I've been able to find. So I've been taking that for myself, and I really like it. It's just like 2 capsules. I thought about like releasing the supplement for for anyone, but I kind of just want to like have it for myself. I don't know. Maybe I'll share it like one day, but I just want to see like what the results might be. If you know what I mean. If you have any spiritual views you might want to share, I'd totally be interested in a video like that. If you prefer to keep that private, though, I understand. One second. Let me make sure I need to figure out how. Share it, please. I should share the supplement. I need to figure out how many minutes. Oh, 25 minutes. Okay, so. Oh my goodness. Well, maybe I will share the supplement. I just have to figure out how to like release it, I guess. I have a website. I guess I could like sell it on there, but I'm not sure if I want to do that. I mean, I might. We'll see. We'll see if people are interested in it. I can do like a survey. I can do. I know the anti-aging industry really is a big industry. So there's a lot of demand for things like that, like anti-aging supplements, anti-aging skincare, just information. Information. People want to see the information. Oh yeah. So let me see. Did I miss? Oh hey meow meow meow. I need advice for my date. Oh wow. Maybe somebody can help you there. Let's see. You have Botox, don't you? I've never had Botox. Somebody asked me this recently, and I don't know if I answered it. I've never had Botox. I've never had Dysport. I've never had any sort of like botulinum toxin injection. I have a video on my YouTube. I'm just like plugging YouTube, but that I go through all of my anti-aging interventions that I've done. And long story short, I've done IPL once. I've done laser hair removal, and I think that's it, right? I've done like tretinoin, but that's sort of like a prescription that you use at home, but that's about it. I've never done any sort of filler, Botox, or anything like that. Yeah. I have nothing against any of that, but I think that I have family members who use Botox or do Dysport, which is like another brand, I think, another type of botulinum toxin. And there's Xeomin, and there's other ones I'm sure that I'm missing. But yeah, I've never done any of that. I'm not saying that I won't, but I've never done any of that lately. And I don't really have like super like noticeable like things on my forehead that I can really attest to that I would need it. Martine, I've never heard about that. What kind of tan is that? I've never heard of that. What's a good body sunscreen? He is the anti-aging expert, said Upton. Thank you so much. Body weight loss does not automatically mean face weight loss. Yeah. So someone was asking about weight loss. Sorry if I missed it. Yeah, I'm actually trying to put on a little bit of weight to see if it like has any like facial fullness effects. Just like over time, I think that's important to keep up with. And I think like, lifting weights and resistance training and gaining muscle is really important. I'm actually doing a vlog right now where I'm trying to like eat 2,500 calories in one day. I don't know if I'm going to make it just because I'm only at like under 1,200, but I'm hoping that these brownies might help. So we shall see. The weight gain does add fullness to the face, said Kim's house. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's just hard for me to do that. It's hard for me to eat a lot because I just get full really quickly. And then I eat so healthy. A lot of things are like low calories, but not everything. I do have like, the thing is, I'm trying to reduce my omega-6s, and it's so hard because so many things have omega-6s, so many high calorie things, calorie dense foods like nuts, seeds, which have health benefits. I'm trying to reduce those as much as I can. And I'm trying to get like a 1-to-1 omega-3 to omega-6 ratio. It can be challenging, and you really have to monitor, you really have to track it. Why am I tripping over my words? You really have to track it, and that can be cumbersome and like exhausting. Like I'm not used to tracking my foods. I don't track calories. I don't track like anything like that. I just focus on nutrients because I know what foods have what in them. So I know what I'm getting, you know what I mean? And I know what nutrients I'm getting throughout the day. So I don't necessarily need to track that. But lately I've been tracking my omega-3s and my omega-6s. Oh, darn it. I forgot to vlog the batter. Oh, well. Your face doesn't look like it lacks. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, thank you. Thank you, ALB. I appreciate that. Well, I just want to see, because I don't know, it would be nice to just like provide some muscle. Yes, I am 5'7". I am 5'7". Oh, wait. I thought you were saying I'm 5'7", but I am 5'7". Where did I get my UPF 50 umbrella? Said Cricket. Oh, thank you so much for sending me the finger heart. Thank you so much. You got the #1 gifter badge, Solaris. Who has the #1 gifter badge? Oh, you have the #2 gifter badge. Who has the #1 gifter badge? I completely missed your gift. I'm so sorry. If you sent me a gift, let me know. Your skin is amazing. Thank you so much, Joanne. I appreciate that. Right now, all I have on my skin is a sunscreen. In fact, after this live, I need to go do a sunscreen video for my YouTube channel. I'm just waiting on my black bean brownies to be ready. Oh, thank you so much for the rose, Cerise. Thank you so much. So whoever sent me the first gift, I appreciate it. If you're on my TikTok and you sent me the first gift, thank you so much. I don't know if can you send gifts on YouTube? I don't even know how that works. For those of you who don't know, I am currently simultaneously live streaming on TikTok and YouTube. That's why I'm looking back and forth right now. But yeah, will you let us know what time you'll go live again next? Yeah, so on my YouTube channel, I always schedule it out and you'll always get a notification for when I'm going live, and I tell you days in advance what time and what day I'm going live. But on TikTok, I'm gonna start trying to go live every weekend. The weekdays don't tend to be like very exciting, but every weekend I'll do it because people tend to like the weekends better. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Where did you get your umbrella and sunglasses? So Jess, my umbrella, sorry, every time I start answering a question, I get sidetracked. My umbrella I got on Amazon. If you go to my Amazon store, which is linked in my profile on TikTok, on YouTube, my Amazon store is linked in my video descriptions. You can see all the products, a lot of the products that I use that I get on Amazon, the anti-aging products. My umbrella is in there. I can't remember what category it's under. Let me know if I'm wrong. If you go into somebody go into my Amazon store and let me know if it's in there. If it's not, I'll add it real quick. But yeah, I have sunscreens in there. I have gadgets in there. I have my air filtration system in there. Do you want to see my air filter that we got? We didn't buy it. It was gifted to us, thankfully, but it is on Amazon. Part of anti-aging is reducing your pollutant burden, like your pollution burden, because that also contributes to skin aging, like pollution. That's why, I used to live in New York City for like a couple years, I think. And we had an air filter in our apartment, but it was like, I was always worried about the pollution. So I'd always like make sure that I was eating antioxidants. I was using antioxidant serums and things like that. So, because that's really, really important for fighting that pollution. Wait, I was in your class last year. Oh, really? Which class? I haven't been in a class in forever, so I don't know what you mean. Should I just be washing my face after I go out or just wait until the end of the day? I just wait till the end of the day. Just wait until the end of the day. Hey, Maddie, how's it going? So what is everybody doing this Sunday? Is everybody having a good Sunday? Thank you so much, Fabio. That's nice of you to say. That's nice of you to defend me and to stand up for me. I appreciate that. There are like trolls and things like that. Can you sing? You look a cute doll. Thank you so much. Oh, you love my content. Thank you so much. Do you use vitamin C for my skin? Your skin doesn't like the vitamin C serum. You're washing dishes while watching my live, waiting for your laundry. Oh my gosh, that reminds me, Heather, I need to do my laundry. Oh my gosh, I need to do my laundry. Thank you so much for reminding me. What do you put in your coffee? I drink it black. Vitamin C serum. I have been using vitamin C serum lately because I was gifted some from SkinCeuticals, which I actually really like. But it's blended with vitamin E and ferulic acid. Oh, the brownies. I don't think they're done. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna bake them for another 10 minutes. Oh wait, did I? Oh no. Oh no. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. I accidentally turned the oven off. So vitamin C, I like vitamin C. I think if your skin can tolerate it, then I think it can be helpful, but just make sure that it's mixed with like another stabilizing antioxidant like vitamin E. Ferulic acid can be very helpful. Vitamin C and E work synergistically to provide an anti-aging effect for the skin and to reverse photoaging. So if you guys haven't liked the stream, if you could hit that like button, I would really appreciate that. Double tap the screen. That would be really nice. ASL, said Ethan. Well, male and United States. But Ethan, 35? Yeah. Anti-aging brownies. Yeah, I'm making black bean brownies. Thank you for liking the screen. Oh, I love seeing those hearts just fly up. I appreciate that. If you guys are curious, if you're in my YouTube stream right now, or if you're in my TikTok stream, just so you know, the YouTube stream will be, there will be a replay, so you can watch it over again, like after, if you're interested in watching it again, like if you missed anything. Yeah, that'll go live today, sometime this afternoon. Do you use anti-aging straw? I don't know. Johnny, yes. What are your staple skincare products? Sunscreen, moisturizers, and serums like vitamin C, CoQ10. Martine said, what vitamin C do you recommend for oily skin? Oh, for oily skin? Oh gosh, yeah, that's a good question, because a lot of them are a little bit oily. The only vitamin C serum I've used, does anyone have any recommendations for Martine for oily skin? The only one I've used is SkinCeuticals. I could see that being a little oily, but I think it dries down so quickly, so I don't notice it being oily for me. 1 second. Okay. Oh my goodness. Someone texted on someone left a comment on my channel saying, check out Dr. Dre. I do watch Dr. Dre. I think Dr. Dre is awesome. I like her vlogs a lot. I always liked her vlogs. Like when I first started watching Dr. Dre, she would just vlog like every single day. And those would be really fun for me. Does anyone else love watching like vlogs? Should I do more vlogs on my YouTube channel? I don't do a lot of those, but I really love watching those. Harvey, I do not like tanning beds. I've never done a tanning bed. Do collagen supplements work? I have only used, yes, Michael. Dr. Dre is awesome. I love her vlogs. Did I just say that? I just said that. Okay. Are you mainly a content creator, or do you have another job? I am a content creator. That is part of my job, but I also own my own business. I was answering a question. Tanning beds. I've never done a tanning bed. No. Do you watch Dan and Phil? I don't. Are those the two male dermatologists? I've never watched them ever in my life. I think I've to be honest, like a lot of the YouTubers that I watch, someone said Dr. Idris. I've watched a little bit of her content. Is that how you say her name? The only YouTubers that I watch are Dr. Dre. Occasionally, I like her vlogs. Shane and Ryland. I used to watch Jeffree Star just because it like fascinated me, his lifestyle and like his like character. Peter Mon, who's like a drama channel, but I like his vlogs. I watch his vlogs a lot. And do I watch any other skincare people? Oh, Jennifer Myers. Have anybody of you watched? Oh my gosh, my hair's crazy. Has anyone watched Jennifer Myers on YouTube? She's amazing. I love her. Oh, Dr. Idris. She's funny. I should watch her some more. Collagen supplements. Yes. Okay. So collagen supplements. I watch. Oh my gosh. Hold on. I need to take this out of the oven, I think. Let me get my oven mitt quickly. Does anyone else say like real quick after everything they say? I have to do this real quick. 1 second. Oh my gosh. Probably shouldn't have done that. It's definitely not ready yet. I cannot figure out the timer on this oven at all. Like, it has a mind of its own. Oh, you say real quick after everything? Have you watched Ashley Mixon on TikTok? She has an amazing skincare routine called the Mixon Method. I have not. The Mixon Method. Hey, I'm doing well. How are you? Oh, did someone just send me a gift on YouTube? I think I just saw something. Oh, you sent me a like. Okay, thank you. Am I doing that or is somebody else doing that? Thank you to whoever sent me gifts on TikTok. I'm sorry if I missed it. I'm also streaming on YouTube right now, so I'm going back and forth. I feel like even if you try anti-aging methods, genes still play a big role, said Kava Hummus Lover. Oh, Kava, like the restaurant? I like Kava. It's kind of like the Mediterranean Chipotle, right? Oh, thank you so much for the rose, Joe. I appreciate that. Do you have the #1 gifter badge? Oh, you do? Awesome. Thank you so much. So I think genes play a role in a lot of things. I was live yesterday on TikTok and I was talking about gray hair and how like some people get gray hairs when they're like 16. You know, I knew somebody who started getting gray hairs when he was 16, and then by the time he was like 22, he had a lot of gray hairs. But so gray hair doesn't mean you're old or anything like that. It's just like part of your genetics. But I do think also with gray hair and other things, your lifestyle plays a significant role in yeah, genetics only go so far. Daily habits, diet, and skincare make a lot of difference, though, said ALB. Yeah, there are studies suggesting in the field of epigenetics that your lifestyle plays a huge role in dictating which genes are expressed and which genes are turned on and off. You love gray hairs. I think gray hairs can look good on especially guys, but like women too. I think it can look really good. And I think some people can really pull it off so well and it looks beautiful. So I have nothing against gray hair. But I do things in my lifestyle to prevent it for myself. And it is kind of chic. Oh, you got gray hair at 17? Yeah, so it doesn't necessarily mean like you're old or anything. It's just like genetics, as well as gray hair in part is due to like inflammation built up of homocysteine, which is an inflammatory marker in the hair shaft. And if your body isn't producing as much catalase as it used to because of genetics, or just because of like the progression of time, that can reduce that breakdown of homocysteine, as well as hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide is also, you know, heavily implicated. Like internal hydrogen peroxide, it can lead to the whitening and graying of hair. If you care about that, if you don't, it's not going to harm you necessarily to have gray hair. Like but you know, just understand that the hydrogen peroxide, which is a free radical, and homocysteine, which is inflammatory, play a role. So what I do is I try to reduce that by increasing foods that can increase my catalase enzyme. Catalase is an antioxidant enzyme that neutralizes breakdown free radicals like hydrogen peroxide. So doing things like incorporating more cruciferous vegetables in my diet, like broccoli sprouts, that can increase endogenous antioxidants. I don't know when these brownies are going to be done because this timer is not working. I'm just sort of having to guess at this. I'm going to check at 3 o'clock. When did you start focusing on anti-aging? Probably like 13 is when I really started becoming aware of it. What type of spray tan do you recommend? Oh gosh, I've never got a spray tan before in my life, so I cannot recommend one. I'm sorry. Can anybody recommend a spray tan for D? Can anybody recommend a hairstyle for me? Because my hair, I want to have like a trendy hair. I've never been able to have a trendy hairstyle because my hair has never grown like a normal person. Probably because I'm an alien. My hair's just never grown like a normal person, ever. Even when I was like 12, like I've always been frustrated with it. Never. Oh, you went gray at 16? You started going gray at 16? Oh man, that's crazy. Get it cut a little more curtain bangy? Do your parents look younger than they were? I don't know. You know, yesterday on a mullet, I don't think so. This isn't the early 90s. I mean, I know people are getting mullets these days and they're like perming their hair. I'm like, is it the 80s? Is this the 90s? I knew people in the 90s, in like the early 90s, who had mullets, and it's not my type of thing, but some people like it. But anyway, yeah, I think curtains would look good. But like I said, my hair doesn't grow like that. Like I've always had sort of a widow's peak style hair. Oh, thank you so much, Kim. I still kind of want to get a hair transplant though. So maybe one day, I don't know. You never know. You never know. Honestly, you like your pale skin. It reminds you avoid the sun. Oh yeah, I think just natural skin is beautiful. You know, whatever your skin, I think it's beautiful. So, pale skin is definitely more vulnerable to sun damage and aging because it has like nothing to protect it, basically. So you know, like for me, I definitely have to like up my efforts because I'm pale. I'm pretty pale, so like my skin's more susceptible to sun damage. Hey, hi, how's it going? It is the hair that makes you look more femme. I would love to I think it would be cool to get like a buzz cut, but again, my hair doesn't grow like that, so it wouldn't look good. It would not look good unless I got a hair transplant. I'm telling you. Did you look into gene therapy that Brian Johnson and others like Peter Thiel are doing? I've never looked into gene therapy. I've looked into like stem cell therapy, But I don't know. I guess you can do that anytime, but it's probably better to do that when you're young to like harvest the stem cells, I think, because you can store those, right? And then use those for later use for things. I've heard that you can use that for like growing back things. You knew people in the 90s? I thought you were 20, Max. Yeah. Oh, when does anybody know when the new Stranger Things is coming out? Isn't that supposed to be like in the 90s? Because it was in the 80s, and the new one, I haven't read anything about it, but I've read that there's going to be like a time jump, whatever that means. Are they going to be in the early 90s? I hope not, because I really like the 80s better. I don't care about the 90s as much. I think they did such a good job. Has anybody watched Stranger Things? They did such a good job at replicating the 80s and like I need to watch, you know what? I'm gonna watch Stranger Things. I'm gonna rewatch Stranger Things. I have not watched it since 2016. Like the first season. I only watched the seasons. What is going on with that oven? I've only watched the seasons when they came out and I never rewatched them. But they did the 80s so well. So well. Isn't that crazy? Why is your tongue blue? Oh my gosh, why do I keep falling for that? People are probably screenshotting that. But you know, I remember like the 80s, because like in the early 90s, when you would watch TV, just like now, you have reruns on TV and like everywhere. You can like watch things from like 5-10 years ago, and it doesn't really look like too dated yet. And I remember like in the early 90s, I would see things on TV that were like from the 80s, and so I sort of had like a good feel of the 80s, like the movies, the music videos, things like that. I remember watching when I was really little, like 3, and seeing the Thriller music video from Michael Jackson and thinking it was so scary. Even today, I probably think it's scary. Zombies are scary. How do you avoid harsh wrinkles from settling at the age of 25? Really, just sun protection. Sun protection is key. And reducing a lot of the movements, like the expressive facial movements. Some people aren't willing to do that because they want to express themselves, and that's fine. But really, sun protection, that's going to lead to a lot of the loss in collagen. So how often do you reapply sunscreen? Oh, I just have some black decaf coffee right now. Thank you so much. You're so pretty. Thank you. Check on the brownies. Oh, thank you. I'm going to check on the brownies. Okay. Nobody said if they liked Stranger Things. I was having a fun time talking about that. I need a fork real quick. All right, I'm going to check on the brownies, make sure that they're okay. Someone said he looks 16. How often do you reapply sunscreen? Usually, I don't really go out a lot, so usually maybe once or something. I'll reapply sunscreen, if that. Brandon, do you apply 3 fingers of sunscreen on your videos? It seems like only a small amount. I do. I don't do the 3-finger method. Oh, you love Stranger Things? ALB, we should do a Stranger Things watching party. We should watch Stranger Things. I want to be cast in Stranger Things, but I know it's the last season. Maybe if they do a reunion season, you know how they do a lot of reboots in like 10 years? Maybe I can be cast in that. That would be fun. Oh. So if it comes out clean, that means it's ready, right? Okay, let's take it out. Here they are. Here are the black bean brownies. Don't these look good? Yeah, so watch party would be fun. Actually, these look firm. This is kind of cakey. Did I put baking soda or baking powder in there? Oh, baking soda. Okay, I'm gonna let these cool. I'm gonna let those cool, and then we can continue talking. Is there a recipe? So yes, I did it's black bean brownies, and the recipe is on a website called glutenfreeonashoestring.com. Glutenfreeonashoestring.com. It looks good. They use regular sugar, but I used allulose, like a sugar-free substitute that I got at the grocery store. Let's see, that's insane, but thank you. So you go to, and they're okay with you being gay? synagogue? What's a? I don't go to a synagogue. I don't know what that means. No, I don't. How can I heal acne scars? Oh, did your parents look younger than they were? Somebody asked me that. Yeah, yesterday I was live here on TikTok and somebody asked that, and then Jacob was here and I asked him because I needed like an objective opinion on that. And he said no, he doesn't think that they look younger than they are. And my siblings, they look young, I suppose, but I don't know if they look significantly younger. I don't know. I would have to have them on a live stream so you can actually see them. Thank you so much, Michael. So everybody, I am 35 for everybody asking. Oh, 35 months old. No, I'm just kidding. 35 years old. Oh, Gabe, do I need to block somebody here? Does your anti-sun affect your social life? You're very interesting. Thank you, Dee. Does it affect my social life? Gosh, not really, just because I don't really have a social life. I'm just kidding. No, I wouldn't say so. If I go outside, if I'm going to be like socializing, usually it's like at a restaurant. It's like indoors somewhere and it's like at night. Because during the day I'm doing stuff. I'm too busy. But like today we went to the farmer's market and we were outside in the sun. I had sunscreen on. I had a hat on. I was fine. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, I was fine. So I don't think it affects my social life. I just am covered up. So if people want to think that I'm weird, that's fine. But I don't have people in my life like that. If there's people who think I'm weird, they're not in my life. It's as simple as that. But also, there's also an aspect of thinking you're weird in a funny way. Like I think I'm weird, but not in like a weird way, like a mean way, if that makes sense. And I'm okay with being weird because what's normal? Do you know what I mean? Do you drink chamomile tea? I do occasionally. I love chamomile tea. It's very relaxing. Do you use anti-wrinkle straw? I don't. Should I start using that? Where do you get your UV protection products? I have my Amazon store linked here on my profile if you want to check that out, both on my TikTok and my YouTube, so you can check that out. For some viewers, so there might be an ad coming up on YouTube. If there is, just stick with me here. I don't know how to get the ads away from the video. I heard the anti-wrinkle straw doesn't work. Really? Yeah, I mean, I've never used it. I don't really use straws that often, to be honest. So, sorry, I had to block somebody. I don't use the straws at all, to be honest, or like generally speaking. But when I do, I mean, I have one right here. But when I do, I don't like purse my lips like that because that can lead to like the smoker's lines around the lips. I just like keep my lips flat. So it's like the little things. It's like little things that you can do here and there that add up. Do I smoke? I don't smoke. When did you start wearing sunscreen consistently? Said AAA. What was your first ever sunscreen that you stuck with? So I started wearing sunscreen consistently every single day in 2019. So it hasn't been that long. It's been like 5 years, maybe, not even that. And the one that I started with, I think, was like a natural mineral sunscreen. And it was super oily. It broke me out. And so I started taking recommendations from Dr. Dre, and I used like the dermatology sunscreen, which I really liked. Daily V 2007. Where is my dad? He's not here right now. He's not here. He's going to be here on the 15th, I think. I don't know. 16th, Father's Day. What's everybody doing for Father's Day? Do I smile a lot? I don't smile. I mean, no, I smile a lot. Sorry. What's your reason, motivation to not age? I think I talked about this. Vitamin D. I do supplement with vitamin D. So my reason not to age, it's multifaceted. You know, it's about health for one. And I think people criticize someone for wanting to look younger and wanting to maintain and protect their youth, but why? I don't see why that's a bad thing. Like, I don't see why people criticize that. Like, if someone wants to do that and they're not hurting anyone else, and they're wanting to protect their vitality, their youthfulness, they're wanting to preserve it as best as they can, how does that affect you? You know, like, it doesn't. So I don't think there's a reason to be critical or to be mad at somebody for that, because it's not your life. Yeah. So Cooper May, who said that? Cooper, are you in here? I have a friend called Cooper, and he sometimes says things like that. So blue light protection supplements, that's a good question. Somebody asked about blue light supplements to protect the skin against blue light. Blue light, for those who don't know, it comes from our devices. It comes from the sun as well. It comes from our devices, our phones, our computer screens, our TVs at night. It affects our melatonin, serotonin production, but it also increases skin aging in our skin by increasing the production of matrix metalloproteinases, which are enzymes that break down collagen, free radical damage, oxidative stress, inflammation in the skin. So it's not just the sun, it's not just UV. And I think HelioCare, there's some studies suggesting that this fern extract is called Polypodium leucotomus, that can protect against the effects of blue light. And then sunscreen, like tinted mineral sunscreen, can help as well. But yeah, that's what I take is HelioCare, or I take Polypodium leucotomus. I don't necessarily take the brand name of HelioCare. Can you do anything for hair growth? Yeah, there's a lot of things you can do. There's obviously like prescription grade stuff like finasteride, dutasteride. There's minoxidil. I think retinoic acid, tretinoin, can also increase hair growth. Oh, I was saying that I quit tretinoin. Oh no, never mind. I won't. I'm not going to put it on my scalp. There's also red light therapy, low level light therapy, laser therapy that you can use as well. Guys, I need help. You posted a video. Which filter is this? I don't have a filter on. Isn't that crazy? Does your Elta MD sunscreen smell too much like sunscreen? Not at all. It doesn't smell like sunscreen at all. The tinted version. I'm not wearing that today, but yeah, I don't know what hairstyle this is. This is just the I don't care hairstyle, I guess. You look amazing and you're so well spoken. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It's amazing how youthful you look. Does it affect dating? Said D. Thank you so much. I don't know I think it kind of used to. I think people used to think that I was not of age, and so they would never respond to me. But when I could like get out ahead of it, that was helpful. And so I do have a partner, and yeah, I just got out of. I just explain it beforehand, and then it's fine. Who keeps saying that? Cooper May. Do you do anything? So that's what I do for hair growth. Vitamin D supplements are really important for skin anti-aging because they are anti-inflammatory, and vitamin D is also a really powerful antioxidant. But he literally looks 16. So I'm not. So it's 35. What order should I put on these? ELF primer, sunscreen, vitamin C serum. Vitamin C serum first onto dry skin, clean dry skin. Let that dry down. And I assume put the primer on. I don't wear makeup or anything like that, so maybe somebody else can chime in. I would assume put the primer on, let that dry down, and then your sunscreen. I'm assuming you're not putting makeup on. Makeup, I think, should be the last step in the routine. So maybe serum, primer, sunscreen, makeup. I don't wear makeup, so it's hard for me to say one way or the other. Okay, so somebody asked about collagen supplements. I do use collagen supplements. I do collagen peptides. I can show you which ones I use. And then, oops, let me block this person real quick. I don't normally block people, but if they're doing stuff like that, then I have to, you know what I mean? I'm not a blocker. I just let them live in their own misery. Did you ever smoke cigarettes, drink alcohol? No, I've never done any of that. Just because I know how powerful it is in terms of aging the skin. It's not great for your skin at all. How How much water do you drink a day? About, I guess, 8 cups or so, or over 64 ounces, like up to 80 ounces. That includes tea and coffee throughout the day. Yeah, I've never had alcohol. No, I've never had a drink. How do you get your hair with no gray hairs? That I don't know. I attribute it to what? I attribute it to my antioxidant rich, anti-inflammatory diet for protecting against gray hair. Because I don't know if you saw, but earlier I was talking about gray hair and how part of it is homocysteine, which is a marker for inflammation. That's implicated in hair graying and discoloration and weathering of the hair, but also hydrogen peroxide, which builds up in the body and builds up in the hair due to a lack of or low amount of catalase, which is a antioxidant enzyme that breaks down and neutralizes that hydrogen peroxide. And hydrogen peroxide builds up in the hair shaft over time and grays the hair white and leads to white hairs and things like that. So I don't know. I attribute it to maybe genetics partly. I don't really know when my parents started going gray, to be honest. My grandmother, though, she's always had black hair her whole life. I've only known her to have black hair. Even to this day, she has black hair. She dyes it, I'm sure. I'm sure I don't know if she has any of her natural hair, like black hair. I don't know. She might, but oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I hope she's not watching. Okay, I'm gonna edit that out on my YouTube because this publishes afterwards. How much water do I drink? Maybe like 80 ounces or something like that. Okay, if my aunt is watching, can you let me know? Can you text me? Hopefully you aren't, because I didn't want to. I'm sorry I let that out of the bag. There's no shame in dyeing your hair. There's no shame in that. Have you ever eaten McDonald's? Yeah, I mean, I remember when I was little and we would go through the drive-thru and I would get a Happy Meal and I would be happy and we would get those toys. I remember like a long time ago, like when Pocahontas came out in the theaters, they had these at Burger King, they had these cups, and we still have these cups to this day, and it had like all the characters on them. It had like Captain John Smith, is that his name? What's his name? Pocahontas. It had that like bad evil guy. Cocoam. I really liked Cocoam. Yeah, they had like good toys in the 90s at fast food places. Now they're so cheap. I assume, I don't know. I don't go to whatever fast food anymore. I don't get Happy Meals. Do I drink caffeine? I do. Yes. Do you feel bad about selling BS to dumb people? I don't sell things to people. I don't sell anything. Let's see. I hope I'm not like, do you like oil cleansers? Oh, okay. Okay, so somebody asked, okay, I missed your comment. So do you use a cleanser in the evening to remove sunscreen? Somebody asked if I like oil cleansers. Yes, I use a cleansing balm. I use a Korean cleansing balm. And all of the Korean cleansing balms have fragrance in them. I haven't been able to find a fragrance-free one, but that is significantly effective for removing water-resistant tinted sunscreen. It is amazing for also keeping the moisture in your skin. And then I cleanse my skin afterwards with a cleanser, like the Vanity Cream facial cleanser, which is super, super gentle. Why do you do anti-aging? I have videos on this on my channel, so you can check that out on my YouTube and my TikTok. And I've also talked about it on the live. So McDonald's Happy Meal toys are trash, somebody said, Nadia. Are they? Oh, that's sad for like the kids. I mean, even though that the food's probably not healthy for like little kids, but I don't know. I ate it and I was just fine, I guess. What damage does smoking have on the skin? It depletes your antioxidants, like your endogenous antioxidants, like glutathione peroxidase, superoxide dismutase. These are the ones that I always list. And so those are your defense mechanisms for UV, pollution, things that are attacking your skin. So when you're depleting that with smoking as well as drinking alcohol, that's going to take a huge toll on your skin. So if you're wanting to preserve your youth, I would say quit smoking, find a way to quit smoking, hypnotherapy, I don't know, whatever method that you can that helps you. And also reducing alcohol consumption, if not eliminating it altogether. I think that it's really important to just like not drink whatsoever. But that's for me. That's not me telling anyone else what to do. But if you're asking from an anti-aging perspective, alcohol just doesn't help at all. Oh, are your comments getting removed? I'm sorry. Sometimes TikTok filters things out. Yeah. Does anyone have any comments on the YouTube end of things? I know I'm getting a lot of comments on my TikTok. Do you Botox or any lasers or anything? I don't. I've done laser hair removal and I've done IPL. So I've done IPL once, I think, and I think I'm gonna start doing it some more. I want to get into these brownies. Okay, I'm gonna turn the camera around because I am ready. I'm ready for the brownies. I need to make sure that I'm tracking my nutrients today. So I'm tracking all my nutrients today on Chronometer, and I've already inputted the entire recipe of, oh my gosh, I got coconut oil all over my camera. Darn it. Because I was like spraying it for the recipe. Anyway, I'm tracking the nutrients. Sassy. I love how educated you are without being pretentious about the way others eat. Thank you so much. Yeah, I don't judge anyone for how they eat because who am I to judge first and foremost? I think that's silly to be judgmental. I see a lot of people like who are into like health and nutrition on social media who like criticize other people's way of life and eating, and I think that's so boring. It's so dull. Okay. Let's cut into the brownies. So these are black bean brownies. If anyone missed it, the reason why I'm doing this is because I am grain-free, I'm sugar-free. I baked these with allulose. I used to use like, I have almond flour, but those are high in omega-6s, which are pro-inflammatory for the skin. Oh, I'm getting a lot more messages here. Favorite sunscreen, and we'll use tretinoin again. Joanne, I might use tretinoin again because I have this huge bottle that I need to use, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'll ever use it again. Averu came here from TikTok because TikTok people are annoying. Oh no, I'm sorry. Are there some people in here that I'm missing that I need to mute? Oh no. I'm sorry. Oh, thank you so much. You've really been enjoying my content. Thank you so much. Everyone that I've been seeing in the TikTok chat has been amazing. So I'm glad people are in both of these lives. But thank you for coming to my YouTube. I appreciate that. Hi, Brandon. I found your videos when I searched up CoQ10 reviews. Oh, cool. And you've been liking my videos. Thank you. You do a lot of things I've been trying to incorporate into my daily life, and it's been so fun. That's awesome. If you have any like content recommendations you want me to like film, I can do that. I need to film a vlog tomorrow too, so let me know if you want me to film a vlog. 13 or 30? Yeah, I know. Someone needs to post me in the 13 or 30 subreddit on Reddit and get other people's reactions. I posted in there before and it went crazy. The thread went crazy. I had to like delete it because I didn't know how to handle the attention. So I also like your positive vibes. So awesome while listening to your nutrition knowledge. Thank you so much. So my favorite tinted sunscreen, Joanne, here's the brownies again, is the Ulta MD tinted mineral sunscreen. That's my favorite. Did you get stung by a bee? I have been stung by a bee once, actually, I think, or it was a wasp. So what did you bake? I baked black bean brownies. So I'm going to cut into them now. I need to find a knife. Let me do that. Going to use a butter knife because they don't let me have sharp things. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, this is actually, wait, is that good? Can't really taste it. How many brownies do you normally get in a 8x8 inch pan? Looks healthy, said Charlie. I think it is. Oh my God, I feel so bad for him, Brandon. You go, bro. You should not care what people say. Yeah, I don't care what people say. People can say whatever they want, to be honest. I know that there's a lot more people who like my content and who like me than anything. But even if the whole world, I really am a believer that you have to like yourself first. And you have to really like yourself first, because that's the only thing that matters, because you're the only person who's going to live with yourself for your whole life. So you really have to like yourself. You better like yourself if you're going to live with yourself your whole life. You know what I mean? So I've really worked on liking myself and who I am, and that's really important. Okay. Oh, wow. We're getting a lot of comments. Yank Cooper, age 35. No thanks. Yeah. Oh, wow. We're getting a lot of, if you guys just want to mute some people or block people, that's fine. You can do that. I'm going to try, because a lot of these are probably like bots or paid trolls. That's what I'm thinking. What's your advice for anxiety? There's a lot of things you can do. I'm a firm believer in like hypnosis and meditation. And there's like some, I think I just ate parchment paper. There is some supplements like, gosh, ashwagandha. I mean, that's a big one. That's a popular one. Holy basil is something that I take sometimes for the occasional anxiety. Am I getting, hold on. Oh, you know what that is? It's not parchment paper. It's like bean fragments. So here is the brownie. The next time, Dave Pasco, who's that? Here's the brownies, black bean brownies. So good. Oh, you know what? I'm going to, oh gosh. You guys, I don't know how to get rid of these comments other than, yeah, sorry, you guys. It's like being overrun, but you know what? It's fine. If you want to jump into my YouTube, if you guys, for anyone who's real in this room and you want to jump into my YouTube, do that, because the chat in here is like going crazy. I'm going to see if I can filter a word, because I'm getting some words in here that are not very nice. Comment settings. Oh, here we go. Filter comments. Show. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. My YouTube is Brandon Miles May, if anybody wants to go on there. Okay, so I filtered that. So good. Oh my gosh. Isn't that funny? I think we have a lot of bots in here, you guys. There's just a lot of bots. Don't worry about it. But if you want to jump into my YouTube, there's no bots in there and there's no trolls. I think there's a lot of like paid trolls and like bots who do the same thing. That's why I've had to filter a lot of keywords. It is safer on YouTube. TikTok has a problem. Either that or people have a problem. It is a lot of bots for some reason. Anyway, thank you for joining me for this live. I think I'm going to stop being live on TikTok. For anyone who's real and who's watching me, if you could go to my profile on TikTok and go to my YouTube channel. I'm live on YouTube, so I'm going to be live on there for the next, like, maybe next 30 minutes or so. And it's a lot safer over there. It's like no bots or trolls or anything like that. Yeah, I know, Givenchy. But it's okay. These brownies are really good. Oh my gosh. You guys make these laughing brownies. It has no flour, no sugar whatsoever. Flourless. Yeah, come to my YouTube, Jono. I would appreciate that. So good. So delicious. Oh, thank you for following me on Instagram. You know, I don't go live on Instagram that often. The recipe, did I just eat that whole brownie? Oh my gosh. Let me count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. That's 12. I'm like trying to reach 2,500 calories a day for my vlog. So I'm trying to like make sure I get everything correctly. Okay, you guys, everyone typing is just putting on For You page, putting you on For You page. Oh yeah, you're right. All of these like comments are like boosting my popularity. I did, yes. I most certainly did. What people don't understand is like the hate comments, the critical comments help me. Like they don't hurt me. They actually help me. And they help my channel, my page. That's so ironic. I know, isn't that ironic? Brandon, do you still use silk pillows over normal covers? Not sure if it's worth trying them or not. That's okay. Thank you so much, Henrietta. I appreciate it. I mean, they are helping me, to be honest. Do I work out? What's my gym routine? I came here from the TikTok live. People are so deranged on TikTok. Yeah, I think it's bots. Because there's no way so many people can be doing that quickly. And like paid trolls that have like, that's what it is. TikTok has a real problem with that. What type of diet do you follow? What's your health goals? So silk, I do use a silk pillowcase because it is gentler on the skin. It doesn't leach out the moisture from your skin, and it doesn't tug on your skin. It is not, Maddie, no. It is not too late to start anti-aging. Not too late at all, at all, at all. You can start whenever you like, and it'll help you. Come on, answer, said me. Ja, did you ask a question? Sorry. It's not bots. It's just the average teen on TikTok. I think there's like a cultural problem then, if that's it. I think it is. It has to be bots because there's no way that people, because I've seen like the same exact, well, never mind. I won't get into it. When did I start? I started when I was like 13, and then I started doing yeah, it is bots, right? And I really started being aggressive when I was like 19, but I started like researching and like incorporating things here and there. Do I have chocolate on my lips? Yeah, anyway, I'm gonna end the TikTok live, but I'm gonna keep myself here live on YouTube, and I will talk to you guys later. I'm gonna go live on TikTok again whenever I can, probably next weekend. But thank you for joining me. If you want to stay on the live, head over to my YouTube. My YouTube is linked in my profile here on TikTok because I'm still going to be live on here. All right. Yeah, try those brownies. Okay. It was good to see everybody here. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it. All right. Thank you guys. Come over to YouTube. All right. Bye. Okay. Did you guys see that? Wasn't that crazy on TikTok? Crazy. But you know what? I got 8,600 viewers, so that's pretty cool. Every comment really helps me, so it's amazing. Let me X out of TikTok. Does anyone else follow me on TikTok? These brownies are so good. You guys have to try them. I feel like it's a lot more chill on YouTube regardless. Oh, hey Seb, how's it going? Do you have a certain number of calories you aim for in a certain? No, not really. I don't really count my calories, to be honest. Could you read your question above? Oh, you follow me on TikTok? Yes. It's not bots. It's just the average teen on TikTok. No, I think it is bots. Oh, do you drink collagen peptides? Your taste awful in water. Do you like chocolate? Because Vital Proteins has a chocolate brand that does not have sugar. It's sweetened with stevia, I think. There's no sugar at all. It's so good. In like almond milk. I highly recommend that. People on TikTok were so annoying. I know. No, like I said, I think they were bots. And to be honest, ironically, they are like helping my channel on TikTok. So, oh, thank you so much, Givenchy, for following me on TikTok. And thanks for coming over here to YouTube. I appreciate that. You do realize resistance training increases skin thickness and elasticity, said H. Yes, H. I've talked about this on my channel. I have a video on this. Hey, were the brownies good? I had to leave for a bit. The brownies were so good, Chief. Did you see them? Here they are right here. You can't really see it on the quality here on YouTube, but it's so good. Yeah, try the silk sheets. They're really great. They're really fantastic for your skin. There's also copper infused pillowcases, which I'm looking into. We got a king size bed recently, and we got king size pillows. So I need new pillowcases, and I want to get a copper infused silk pillowcase. I found a website for it. It's kind of pricey, but I think it's a good investment for skin health. There are some small studies suggesting that sleeping on a copper infused pillowcase and sheets can increase collagen production in the skin. Just because copper peptides can be really beneficial for skin collagen and elasticity. What do you think about coconut milk and oat milk? I like oat milk. I've made it before, but it's not the same as like store-bought. Because store-bought, they use like an enzymatic process or something that makes it taste so good. I try to get the unsweetened version and the versions that don't have the oils in them. But like the Oatly has, I think, sunflower oil in it or whatever. But that doesn't really bother me as much because, you know, I think it adds some body to it. But I tend to just do almond milk. Coconut milk is okay. What made you go sugar-free? Because of its effect on collagen. Sugar degrades collagen like nobody's business. It is bad. It is bad for the collagen. Yeah, and you also asked what made you go sugar-free and how do you deal with the cravings? Also, what benefits have you noticed? I don't have sugar cravings, so I don't know. So I don't really deal with the craving aspects, but the benefits I've noticed is just clearer, brighter skin. It's just so much better for your skin going sugar-free. I swear. Your live probably only showed up on your For You page because so many people were commenting. Hate is literally fame. I know, yeah. I think people always say, like, if you're getting hate comments, you're doing something right. You know, people are actually noticing you. Do you exfoliate? Not really. I don't exfoliate. I just, because you can your skin naturally exfoliates itself. And then also when you're like massaging your face, when you're washing your face, you're cleansing your face, it's exfoliating your skin. And that's really the only exfoliation you need because you're doing that every day, sometimes twice a day. I don't think it's necessarily beneficial to be like super harsh on your skin with like a mechanical exfoliator unless you're, or even a chemical exfoliator. I mean, those can be helpful unless you have like really oily skin or like some type of like condition that requires you to exfoliate. Luckily I don't. I know you said you are unsure about using tretinoin, but for what reasons? I thought it was the most effective anti-aging topical. I feel like it would pair well with your diet. So did you, Avaru, did you watch my recent YouTube video on why I quit tretinoin? If you didn't, that's fine. Basically, I have dry eyes. Part of it is, oh my gosh, do we really look alike? Mark Gasol? Oh, wow. Let me type in your name. Mark Gasol. That's cool. That's so cool that we look like. Pluck them eyebrows. That's funny. What was I saying? What were we talking about? Oh, tretinoin. So part of the dry eyes is caused by meibomian gland dysfunction, MGD. And this literally is when your glands aren't necessarily working properly. There might be inflammation happening. There might be oxidative stress. They're not releasing the oils that they need to lubricate your eyes. And there's some reports that retinoids in general can interfere with the function of your meibomian glands and contribute to dry eyes. Oh my gosh, Avery, I didn't only watch your TikTok account. I came to the YouTube just today. Oh, cool. Okay, well, good to have you here. But I do have a video that I posted on Friday on my YouTube channel about why I quit tretinoin. And it's mainly to do with dry eyes. I want to be as conservative as I possibly can. Dermatologists don't seem to find any issue with this in terms of dry eyes. A lot of them don't really seem to find any issue, but in contrast, optometrists say everyone needs to like people with dry eyes probably don't need to use tretinoin or at least oral retinoids because there's no research on the effects of tretinoin on dry eyes, unfortunately. Do I use facial oils? I used to use rose hip oil, but yeah, I don't use face oils anymore because I felt like that was contributing to seborrheic dermatitis. He screenshotted you and put you as his profile picture. I know. I came to that conclusion too. The thing about skincare is that you have rosacea, so you can't use a lot of popular stuff. Yeah, that's the thing. Also, is that I have with tretinoin. One reason why I don't use tretinoin as well is because part of my thing is that I have rosacea. And when you have rosacea and you're not controlling it, it can spread to your eyes and lead to ocular rosacea. Not only does that lead to redness in your eyes persistently, which I already deal with, that also affects your meibomian glands. Oh no, my bracelet just fell apart. Darn it. I was wondering when that would happen. It's kind of like a cheap bracelet from American Eagle. Oh, darn. I really liked that bracelet. Sorry, I'm pouting, but that's... Anyway. But yeah, rosacea can also affect your eye health and your gland function in your eyes. And so tretinoin, the thought is like, could it exacerbate your rosacea and cause inflammation and lead to interference with your meibomian glands and lead to dry eyes? I don't know because we don't have research on this. That's just like a going theory. And because I already have dry eyes, I'm gonna like discontinue using tretinoin for a while. And anything harsh, you know what I mean? Just be very gentle. Using sunscreen. ALB says eye health is so important. Definitely do what you need to keep them healthy. Exactly. So I'm going to be very conservative about it. I'm going to not use tretinoin. I might use bakuchiol, which is like I think it's like from algae or something, or seaweed, but it's like it's a plant-derived retinol alternative, and it's kind of seen as like a retinol analog because it has like similar benefits, anti-aging benefits of retinol. So it's actually pretty interesting without the irritation. Sorry, I meant to ask, what are your thoughts on La Mer? I don't have any thoughts. La Mer, what is La Mer skincare? I've never used that. Is that what you mean, Nicholas? Out of interest, how old actually are you, if you're comfortable saying, of course? Thank you so much for asking how if I was comfortable. I appreciate that. 35. When I was a teen, I got prescribed tretinoin for acne purposes initially, but it was too harsh. I've been on retinol ever since, and it's been just as helpful. Good. That's great. And I have a retinol. I have a retinol serum that I use from my dermatologist that she sells. It's like a private label thing that a lot of dermatologists sell. But it also combines it with vitamin C and bakuchiol. So it's like triple whammy approach to anti-aging. So maybe I'll like ease into that a little bit, but I don't know. Averu, you said you'll check out some of my YouTube videos. Thank you so much. I work really hard on my YouTube videos, so I'm very grateful that you are watching them. You're too lazy to do all the dietary action that I take. But being lazy, the skincare advice and wearing the UPF clothing, yes, that's easy to do. That's so easy to do. I do admit that eating healthy can take some time. Anti-aging babes, you literally aren't. Thank you so much, Maddie. I appreciate that. Yeah, so this is, I don't really know what 35 looks like because everybody looks different, but this is like, I guess what it looks like on me. Tretinoin got down to your eyes somehow and it got wrinkled up your eyelids. Really? The Timeless Matrixol smoothed out those lines. You were so scared. Oh my gosh. Yeah. You know, I want to love Tret so bad. I want to love tretinoin so bad, but I don't know if I can do it. Skincare is insanely expensive. Yeah, sometimes it can be. Yeah. And I know, and especially when you go through so many things, a lot of different influencers use it and promote it, but just wondering if it's all hype or if it actually has real benefits. Oh, okay. I've never tried the La Mer skincare. Never in my life have I tried the La Mer skincare. I'm gonna move this real quick. Do you guys know, like, oh, never mind, I won't say that. But you can probably see, I don't know if you can see, but my eyes are like kind of red. I don't know if you can notice it in this lighting. But yeah, I have to be really careful about what I use on my skin because I don't want anything to get into my eyes. How old were you when you decided to start anti-aging? Probably like 13, to be honest. And then I had it in my mind up until like I started doing things here and there when I was 16. And then once I was like 19, I started being more aggressive with my diet and my skincare. And when I was 17, I started moisturizing my skin because I knew how important that was. And then I stopped for some reason because I got into this like natural, holistic like lifestyle. And so I didn't want to put anything on my skin, just oils. And I found that even when I put oils on my skin, it was super drying for me. Just because oils people want to like talk up beef tallow, coconut oil. If I make a video on coconut oil, people get mad because these definitely do like smooth out your skin, like coconut oil, beef tallow. Beef tallow can help to retain moisture in your skin, but coconut oil, these oils, they don't provide actual moisture. Like moisturizers that are formulated with actual water replenish the water in your skin, and they have emollients, they have occlusive agents that trap the water. They have what else? Humectants that like bind to water and plump up the skin. And you can't get that with like oils. You can't get that with beef tallow. La Mer, overpriced, and you can get better quality skincare with less expensive products. Exactly. I have nothing against beef tallow, coconut oil, but I do believe you should use that in addition to like a gentle skincare product, like a natural skincare product if you're into natural holistic things. Yes, I'm snapping out of my holistic lifestyle. For the longest, thought sunscreen was bad because there's no natural equivalent to it. Exactly. That's why I didn't start wearing sunscreen until like 4.5 years ago consistently, because I was so afraid of the chemicals in sunscreen. And then I started just doing like mineral sunscreens, and that's what I do a lot of these days. But technically, those are chemicals too. But I also do chemicals now too, because there's not a good deal of research suggesting that using chemical sunscreens on an actual human is associated with long-term adverse health outcomes. In fact, it may protect against it because you're protecting against the sun. What's your favorite food or ingredients for anti-aging? I would say avocados. Do you want to see my refrigerator? Okay, I'll show you. My refrigerator. So I have in here broccoli. Broccoli is high in sulforaphane, which activates the NRF2 pathway. Oh my gosh, I got grease on my shirt. Wow, this stream is turning into an interesting stream. I really like tomatoes. I love tomatoes. Not great for rosacea, mind you, but neither is coffee and chocolate, and I eat both of those. But this is high in lycopene, carotenoid that may actually protect your skin from the inside out against UVA, which is really powerful for anti-aging. Would you say pickled pickles are bad for skin aging? I wouldn't say that, no. What else do I have? The other food that I really like for anti-aging, I don't have it over here, but I have one right here. And that is avocado. Avocados are high in monounsaturated fats, which are super, super rich in the skin for antioxidant protection, anti-inflammatory action. There was a study, and I mentioned this study several times in my videos, in women. And these participants, it was a small study, these participants ate an avocado per day for 8 weeks, and they had significant reductions in photoaging and improvements in skin elasticity and smoothness and reduced wrinkles and fine lines. And monounsaturated fats are just super helpful in that regard. So things like olive oil, there's some nuts like pecans, which are high in omega-6s, but those can be really helpful for anti-aging. Okay, the fact that you are more knowledgeable than most derms in Eastern Europe. Oh, thank you so much. And you are not even a dermatologist. Yeah, we still have dermatologists here who don't even promote sun protection. Are you serious? I can hardly believe that. Dr. Derp, are you talking about xenoestrogens? What are xenoestrogens? The chemical filters? Do you incorporate fermented foods in your diet? Said Alan. I do. Yeah, I like sauerkraut. I like kimchi. I don't eat it that often. I don't eat sauerkraut that often either. I tend to supplement with probiotics. So, hey, Brandon, I have seen you eat broccoli raw a few times. Any particular reason you do so? Your stomach would be so upset, said Sirios. I do like raw broccoli. I just like the crunch, and like you can use it to dip like into hummus and things like that. So that's why I do it. And I don't really notice any like stomach upsets. If it helps for you to eat it cooked, then eat it cooked. Just make sure you steam it or saute it so you're not like leaching out the vitamins, like the vitamin C, the water soluble vitamins. You're not leaching that out into the water. Don't boil it, is what I'm saying. Did you ever think about becoming a dietitian or dermatologist at Avaru? Yeah, I went to school to become a dietitian, and I got my nutrition degree and everything like that. But I never went for the internship because I wound up doing something else. I wound up going into like medical education. So I basically write education for doctors, but I'm also a content creator too. And I wouldn't be able to do like content creation and everything. Like I thought about going into medical school and becoming a dermatologist, but I would be so busy. I wouldn't be able to like devote any time to YouTube, any time to my content creation, any time to like building the businesses that I have now. And I barely have time to do that. So it's like, I wouldn't want to have to give up like, I have to like give up like 6 to 8 years probably. Cause you have to go to I would have to go to med school for 4 years. Cause I already have a bachelor's of science in nutrition. And I had a lot of like pre-med people in my nutrition degree. So I guess I would go to school for 4 years, right? Maybe 5, and then do residency, maybe an internship. I don't even know what else I'd have to do for that. And I would have like no time. I think dermatologists have a better quality of life though. I think they like have better hours. I think that they aren't like always on call and always working, but I could be wrong. Because I know some like I've watched Dr. Dre like in her like early days when she was working at like a medical center when she was vlogging, and she would talk about getting off work, and I feel like it was kind of early. Maybe I'm wrong. She would get out of clinic, and it would be like, I think I'm making this up. I was like 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. or something. I don't know. 4 years school, and then maybe 2 years follow up of residency. Yeah, I mean it's a lot of work. 6 years at minimum. It's crazy. But I don't know. That I would be like 42. Oh my gosh, I didn't want to see that. Not that it makes any difference, but I don't want to. I don't like saying numbers, so because it doesn't really matter, I guess. Because the time's gonna pass anyway, you know what I mean? But I'm already super busy, so. Xenoestrogens in sunscreen. Interesting. Name said, "Oh, you'll be surprised. They sent me home with aloe vera, but no SPF." That's weird. Well, you can get really good sunscreens in Europe. Where are you in Eastern Europe? Because I just got back. Well, I just got back from Italy, and I got some really good sunscreens. I got the UV Immune 400 by La Roche-Posay. I would highly recommend checking that out. That is a lot of work, and you are honestly more knowledgeable than a lot of board-certified dermatologists. It's just a title for you at this point. Yeah, the thing about that is going to medical school, the reason why I would want to do it is because it would elevate my authority figure. Like I feel like more people would come to me and like trust me, I guess. But I don't know. I just feel like it's unnecessary at this point. You know what I mean? Like part of it is just like my ego. My ego wants that MD at the end. I thought about getting my doctor at the very least, like a PhD, but that also is going to take time. That's going to take a lot of time. I was working on my master's, but I didn't complete it because I got too busy with my business, and I didn't really feel like I needed it. What would you say is the best way to start anti-aging sun protection? My whole life, I've been protecting my skin against the direct sunlight without wearing sunscreen. I just protected my skin from the sun, from like being in the direct sunlight. I think that made a huge difference. So I would say just protecting your skin from the sun, even if you don't wear sunscreen, which I still would highly recommend. Just protecting your skin and using safe sun practices is important. Using an umbrella, using a hat, staying out of direct sunlight, things like that, eating a antioxidant-rich diet as much as you can. It would make you more credible when you start every TikTok video with, "I'm 35. Yeah, I know. People would immediately go to the comments. Exactly. I probably should start with my age. You're probably right. Did I miss anybody's comments? Bemotrizanol is the safest UV filter so far, but no FDA approval in the US yet. Yeah, and you know what else is safe? What I think is safe is Mexerol, and that's a patented UV filter by La Roche-Posay, I believe. And that's a broad spectrum that protects against long rays of UVA as well as UVB. So UVA1, UVB, I think UVA2 as well. And it's been shown to be like not super absorbable. Like you can't really absorb a lot of it. There's very minimal systemic absorption. And as such, very minimal, if any, adverse effects on human health. And there's some studies suggesting that it has no toxic effects on coral reefs. So you can take it to the beach and feel, better about using that, I guess. Morgan said the thing in Eastern Europe is that people assume because it's gloomy 70% of the time, they assume UVA is not eating off their collagen. Exactly. People look at you like you're crazy for buying sunscreen in the winter. UVA is all around you at all times. If the sun is up, there's UVA. And all you have to do is test it with like a meter. I've shown my meter on like my TikToks before. Maybe even like my lives here. I have chocolate on my lips. But yeah, all you have to do is test it and you'll see that even when the sun has set and there's still light, there's UVA. It's still present. So even in the winter, even in Europe, it's going to be there. Yeah, UVA is powerful, super powerful. Okay, what is everybody doing this weekend? You should flex your age more in your videos. You'd get a lot more attention. Do you think so? Maybe. Do you need to take omega-3 supplements if you're eating salmon 3 times a week? You know, I used to think not, but I eat a lot of fish, and I recently got my omega-3s and 6s tested, and it was lower than I expected, even when eating fish. And my eye doctor, because of my dry eyes, recommended a high-dose omega-3 supplement for me, and that's what I've been taking. Definitely, because you look so young, people will see your X number of years old and be like, okay, he knows what he's talking about. That's why I watch you. Oh, thank you so much, Pei. I appreciate that. Where do you recommend to start your research about these topics? PubMed is basically the best place. Like if you're looking for an anti-aging topic, like if you're wanting to know like what are the anti-aging benefits of avocado, for instance, all you have to do is go into Google, type avocado, type anti-aging, and then PubMed, or what you could do if it's for skin health, do avocado anti-aging or skin anti-aging, and then type PubMed and then search, and it'll pull up a bunch of research papers, and you can just like go one by one, read the research papers, at least read the abstracts, and then also read the research papers if you can get to that, if you have time for that. Or you can type in NCBI. I think that's the National something. I don't know what that stands for, to be honest. But that also will give you research papers, not only on PubMed, but also the journal websites as well. I agree with Pi, but if you don't like saying your age, then there's no need. People would probably think it's rage bait and then comment, no way. Yeah, some people don't believe me when I say my age. Some people really don't believe me. Wow, we've been live for 2 hours. So like I said, you guys, this video is going to publish live, so you can watch the live stream back after I end the live stream. So if you miss anything and you want to watch this on like if you would rather, I always watch live streams on my TV. This will like fill up the whole screen, so this will actually be better than like the TikTok. You could definitely rewatch this because I'll have this live on my channel in like later this afternoon. Okay, because I was wondering, how did you know tomatoes were bad for rosacea? Because I love sun-dried tomatoes. Oh my gosh, you know what I forgot to mention on my live stream when I was on TikTok? Okay, I'm gonna take my computer and I'm gonna show you these. These are so cool. I got these at the farmer's market today. Oh my gosh. Let me see if I can find them. These are sun-dried, these are heirloom cherry tomatoes. Let me see if I can get a better lighting. These are heirloom cherry tomatoes, and they're freeze-dried, like freeze-dried heirloom tomatoes. And let me see if I can get these out. This is what it looks like. These are cherry tomatoes, but they're freeze-dried, so they melt in your mouth. Did you hear that? It kind of feels like you're eating styrofoam. Did you just see me spit? Sorry about that. It's kind of like you're eating styrofoam, but it's so sweet. It's so good. You've been using NIH for studies for years, and it's so helpful. Yeah, definitely. Definitely help you. By the way, what do you think about cold face masks? I'm not sure if you answered that question. Cold face masks, I think any extreme temperature is not going to be great for your skin, but it can definitely reduce inflammation. So it could be good for that. These are sweet. I don't think they use sugar, but it kind of tastes like it. Look these up online. See if you can get these online because they're so good. But yeah, tomatoes can flare rosacea, and I can't remember why. I don't know if it's because they're like part of the nightshade family, and there's something in that family that like causes flares. I don't know. Agree. You went viral on Twitter for that, said Pi. Yeah, I know. And I got followers from that, so that's nice. I wonder who that was, because I saw that Twitter thread that I went viral on. So if anyone doesn't know, there was a Twitter thread that somebody posted about me, like a screenshot about me, and it wasn't a very nice tweet, which I was really curious. Like I didn't care, but like at the same time, I'm like, why do people care so much to be this mad about what someone else does in their own life? Do you know what I mean? Like that's so weird to me. I don't get it. but he was like mad that I looked younger, I guess, or that I was practicing anti-aging. So it was really weird. I don't get it. I don't understand why people care so much. What I do for my YouTube, for my TikTok is that's what Twitter is for. People are bored and just want something to do. With TikTok too. Yeah, I think Twitter, there's a lot of negativity on Twitter. TikTok, there might be negativity too, but I don't really pay attention to it a lot. There's a lot of bots and trolls on Twitter. I mean, not Twitter, TikTok. Twitter is a lot of negativity. Reddit is also kind of like negative. But I feel like YouTube is a lot nicer. I don't know. It's like it's a better feel. Can you guys hear me okay? I don't know if the audio is that loud. Um, it has so much rage bait. Yeah, I don't know why people would be mad at someone who is eating healthier and doing more with their life. Yeah, than eating fast food only. Maybe if someone, yeah, I don't understand, Avaru. The audio is good. Okay, good. Yeah, and someone also said, I don't trust anyone who uses sunscreen. Somebody said that in the Twitter thread about me. I'm like, what? I started laughing. I was like, what? You don't trust anyone who uses sunscreen. Okay. I'm sure you know somebody in your life who uses sunscreen. Yeah, that it was a mean tweet, but that's how I found you, and I'm glad I did. Yeah. And you know what? One day, hopefully I can reach like the level of like Brian Johnson, and he gets a lot of critical like flack. But he embraces it all. I feel like I embrace it too. I just don't care, to be honest. But he embraces it all and uses it to his advantage. Again, he's not like somebody that I follow. Like I don't follow his lifestyle per se. But a lot of the things that we do is very similar. Have you ever watched the Gilmore Girls or Pretty Little Liars? I have not, but my sister loved the Gilmore Girls when it was on. I used to watch Charmed. That was my favorite show. We were talking about Stranger Things earlier in the TikTok live and in this live too. I am kind of wanting to rewatch Stranger Things. I only ever watched the seasons when they came out, and then I never watched them again. I know they're filming a new season, and I really want to see it because I'm interested in what they do to it. There's supposed to be a time jump, but I hope they stay in the 80s because I don't know. I hope they stay in the 80s because I don't really care too much about the 90s. Like, I don't know. The 80s are so much more interesting to me. And I prefer the fashion wasn't great, but I prefer seeing it because it's so different from what it is now. Have you watched Suspiria 2018? No, I've seen the original Suspiria and I love the original Suspiria. And I really like a lot of the Dario Argento films from the 70s. Yeah. Suspiria, I really like his like style, like the Giallo. He did it really well. I have not seen the remake though. You joined the TikTok stream right when you were talking about Stranger Things. Okay. Not for sure. I think the last season was based in 89. I don't think it was that late. I don't think it was 89. I don't think it was that late. So hopefully they'll stay in the 80s. The actors in Stranger Things needed your anti-aging diet with how long it's been taking to release these seasons. Yeah. I always imagined myself being like a double for Noah Schnapp just because we both have brown hair and we're both like, I don't know, like I could be like a double for him, like his stand-in for whenever they need to like do the lighting and like do the camera angles. And then they'll bring him in to like do the actual filming. Or like I said, I would love to be cast in like a reboot because I think that I found the casting director who does the the extras for that, but you have to be in Atlanta. You have to be in Georgia because that's where they film it. They film it in Atlanta. They film a lot of things in Atlanta. I almost lived there, so that would have been more convenient. But yeah, I wouldn't want to travel just to be an extra. Oh, Avaru, you should find if you want to be cast as an extra, like look it up. It's somewhere in Georgia, somewhere in like the Atlanta area, I'm sure. I just don't know exactly where. Season 4 of Stranger Things took place in 86. That's what I thought. So almost close to 89. I knew it was 86. Maybe they'll go to 89. So they'll stay in like the 80s because I don't want them to go to the 90s. I really don't. You know what would be cool if they did like a Stranger Things adjacent type of thing where they filmed like stories of different characters in the same town happening at the same time, doing similar things, like having similar experiences. Do you know what I mean? Like instead of like Will and whatever, it's like these other people who are having like similar things happening because of that CERN business at the same time in the same town. That's the one way that they could sort of extend the universe and continue filming it. It probably wouldn't be as good though. Nothing is ever as good as the original. The film. Oh, you like The Walking Dead? I've never watched The Walking Dead. Have you ever seen Twin Peaks? It's from the 90s. Oh my gosh, I thought about watching that. Thank you for reminding me that. Reminding me of that. I'm gonna watch it. It's from the 90s, but it's so similar to Stranger Things. I really love like nostalgic things from time periods that I never lived in. Like recently I watched I mean I lived in the 80s technically. Recently I watched what is it called? American Graffiti with Ron Howard. It's like based in the early 60s and it's like so nostalgic for that time period, but I never lived in it, but it's like so real to life. And like I love like Upstairs Downstairs, which is like nostalgic for the Edwardian era in like England, and I never obviously lived during that time. At least I don't think so. Maybe in a past life. It's a television series as well. I need to watch Twin Peaks. I know they came out with like a reboot or something. I always prefer the original, but I'm gonna watch Twin Peaks. Okay. I really like those anthology shows from the 80s, like Tales from the Dark Side. Have you ever seen that? There's Tales from the Crypt. I never. My parents watched that. I think that was on HBO, but the skeleton scared me, so I never really like got into that. But Tales from the Dark Side, I really liked, and Are You Afraid of the Dark? Things like that. It's so weird. You have to watch all of the seasons and the movies and the 2017 reboot to really understand it. I like weird. I recently watched Erie, Indiana. Have you ever seen that? It's more like a kids show, but it's from the early 90s. I think it has Omri Katz, who was in Hocus Pocus, who played Max. Nice going, Max. But it's so weird. Yeah. Well, you guys, it's been a pleasure being live here. I think I'm going to go find Twin Peaks so I can go watch that. I actually need to film some things today, though. I forgot about that. It's been a pleasure, being live with you and hanging out with you. I love talking like movies and TV. Maybe I need to make a channel where I just talk about old movies and TV shows. I would love that. Should I turn my ASMR channel into that? I think I would prefer that over ASMR, to be honest. Oh my gosh. Yes. That would be so good. Yeah, okay. Have fun watching Twin Peaks while eating your black bean brownies. Okay, so I have an ASMR channel called BMay ASMR. Follow me there because I might change that into like a TV movie channel. This will stay anti-aging, health, things like that, but that would be so much fun because I love old movies. I love TV shows. I think that'd be so fun. Help me think of a name for that channel though. It would have to be like retro or nostalgic cinema. No, retro entertainment or something like that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Help me figure something out and then let me know later, like in a comment in a video or something. Or send me an email, or I don't know. I have my email on my account. Okay, you guys, make those brownies. I'll see you guys later. Okay, so thank you for watching. Again, you can watch this stream after this live ends. You can rewatch it, and don't forget to hit that like button on this video. That really helps me out a lot. See you, Avery. See you, Givenchy. That'll really help me out a lot if you like the stream and like the video. And if you aren't already, hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you here as a community member here on YouTube. And in the meantime, have a good one, you guys. I'll see you in the next live stream, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye, guys. See you later.